Hello, West Michigan. This is Grand Tap Media Business TV. My name is Pamela Keim, your host. The spirit of the show is to introduce West Michigan to all the businesses, nonprofits, individuals that can help us thrive in our life and business. I have a very special guest for you today. We are in the studio of WCET. It has a backdrop of the Grand Castle because we do record out of the Grand Castle, the second largest castle on earth, located in Granville, Michigan. So we have a very special guest, like I mentioned, and we are going to be talking today about chambers, why we need them, and why this specific chamber was set up to help individuals thrive. So I want to welcome to the show Ana Jose. She is, I'm going to get this right here, Program Director of Transformando of West Michigan. And she is part of the West Michigan Hispanic Chamber. So I want to welcome her to the show and talk about what she does and why they were set up and how they are helping individuals thrive in our community. Thank you so much, Ana, for being here.
Yeah.
All right, let's just start right off the bat. You know what? What does I know what a chamber does, right? Because we have the Grand Rapids Chamber. I was part of the Granville Jenison Chamber. So tell us why this was set up and what the purpose is and what's your role there?
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much for inviting me to your
Yes, I'm so excited to have you here. We've been friends for a long time.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is really great.
And I have been down to your office. If people don't know, I'm half Hispanic.
Yeah.
So I did too. I mean, my dad is Sweden, so I have a little bit more of that in my appearance-wise. But if you would see my whole family picture, you can definitely see that we come from the Hispanic side.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's go back to you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much again for inviting me to the show. The Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, the West Michigan Hispanic Chamber of Commerce was created because in reality, the Latinx community did not have the same opportunities as other community. And we needed to make sure that we were able to create an environment where they felt that they could thrive, they could actually congregate, they could be together, and they could get the services that they need in order for them to move forward. As you know, probably, Pam, a lot of Latinx businesses in our community, they have been stagnant for a long, long time. And
stagnant. And what do you mean by that? If people,
absolutely, we have businesses that have been in business for like 5-10 years, and they have not been able to see any type of growth in their business.
Do you think is it a people as I ask a lot of questions like behind closed doors. Is it language? Is it technology? Is it are they being discriminated against? Because in their own community, they start these businesses, so they're able to have commerce, and we want them to be successful.
Absolutely.
So they can provide for their families, have homes where they're not asking for help.
A lot of the time, a lot of the barriers are, the language. They have language barriers. A lot of them, they don't really have the necessary education in order for them to move forward. And they just know how to get up every morning, go to work, and do the same thing over and over. They don't really understand the importance of having marketing strategies, so understanding the human resources aspect of their business, so doing all these other little things that...
Well, they wear many hats.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I know that. But, okay, so when when you say that the barriers, they have to, the language barrier, what is being put in place that to help them? Because a lot of times people resist, just like, well, I don't want to be honest.
Sure.
Sometimes you get people that are like, I don't want to give up my culture. I don't want to give up. It's not giving up your culture. And I feel like in these Hispanic areas, predominantly, where they are, we want them to be happy with, we don't want them to give the language. I wish I would have learned the language. My mother came here in 1958. And there was only probably 3 Hispanics. So, what I'm saying is that we like them to keep that, but yet we want them to be transition into a culture where I want to go down to an area where I want to enjoy their businesses and their festivals and stuff like that, but I want to be able to communicate.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that Transformando West Michigan is working on. My program is one that was created to really make sure that businesses understand the importance of getting the education that they need in order for them to be successful, in order for them to strive in this economy. We focus on ensuring that if they need ESL, they could actually take
What's
this
ESL?
English as a second language.
Okay. You guys talk about that probably in the office, but
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. So they actually take that additional training, customer service training. They do human resources,
How are they
finances.
recepting of that, though, when they walk in, do you know?
You know, at the beginning, it was like, well, do I really need it? Now they're reaching out. They understand that in order for them to grow, they need to change the way they do business. For the longest, my mom always told me, if you do the same thing, you're going to get the same result.
Right.
At one point
We've
or
all done it
another-
ourselves, right?
Yes. So at one point or another, you need to be strategic as of how you're going to do certain things in order for you to go ahead and get different results. And that's what I keep telling our business community. You know, you making $100,000 a year. If you're doing it because you continue to do the exact same thing, what would it take for you to go ahead and move that needle? What do we need to do in order to make sure that you move that needle? We need to sit down. We need to come up with strategies. We need to go ahead and identify other community members that could come in and assist in terms of your marketing, finances. One of the biggest issues that we have in our Latinx community is that for the longest, they were not getting any assistance in getting grants opportunity or finances.
So what is out there for them?
Right now, we have established a partnership with the City of Grand Rapids. They're getting grants. When the SBA were able to have those loans opportunities for them, the grants opportunity, we were able
Grants to me, and when I was in college, was meant you didn't have to pay it back.
You don't have to pay them back. And then we have created a partnership with Randy Progress Capital, and a lot of our business owners are able to get loans at 1% rate, 90 days no payment, $25,000, which for the longest they will not even had an opportunity to have access to that.
All right, so when they come to you and they're looking for loans or whatever, how close are you at having? Because a lot of people don't know what to buy that's going to give the bang for their buck. You know, is it technology? Is it better computers? Is it staffing? Whatever to get them growing, or hiring a marketer, such as I had to do to market my business.
Sure.
So what do you have available to them to help them spend this money wisely?
Well, one of the things that we do a full assessment, and our assessment, in order for a business to be part of our program, is really it's kind of intense, and we did it.
Really? Like what? I was thinking.
There's like 50 questions that they have to. Yeah, they have.
Okay.
It's very intense in terms of really wanting to identify what their needs are.
Okay.
And we were very intentional about that because there's so many things that they need. And we might not be able to do everything, but if we have the assessment and we have the data that could help us drive the training, then we position ourselves in a much better position. And then we really could identify what their needs are and then just take them one by one and help them with those needs.
What is it when are they coming, are they already Hispanic Americans trying to, is that the right term I want to use, or the
Latinx.
Yeah. Are they already citizens that are coming to you that want to start a business, or they have arrived and they're starting to have this, want to have a business, start a business and be successful in America? And so what is it who are the ones that are coming to you are looking for this type of help?
Anyone that actually got able to open up an LLC, limited liability company here in Grand Rapids, they are welcome to be part of the chamber. But then after they become part of the chamber, then they need to go through a process in order to go through, enter my program. So anyone, right, in reality could actually apply if they're Latinx.
Like me? No.
Yeah, of course, of course.
All right. So what kind of businesses are let's talk about that, because we don't know are they construction, are they restaurant, are they what kinds of business are starting?
Right now we have at least 60% of the businesses that we are servicing right now, they are restaurants. And I'm very excited to see their growth. A lot of them, even in these times, because with COVID and everything that's happening, things
Oh my
they
gosh.
have been hit pretty hard. So 60% of the businesses that are registered in my program, they're restaurants.
Why is that restaurants? Is it because they come here and they have a recipe or it's the fastest thing you can start up before you go on to another business, or what?
I think that, when you have limited education and when you have grown in a farm and your mom and family, what they know is how to cook, and you get that feeling of satisfaction when you see your family member eating your food, then you say, you know what, let me go ahead and take this out there and share it with that community, right?
Right.
So a lot of them, they have that sense of, you know what, this is what I'm good at. And I just want to share with the community. And that's why we have a lot of restaurants. And to be honest with you, they're amazing. We have Salvadorian restaurant. We have Mexican restaurant, and we have quite a few Mexican restaurants. We have Dominican restaurants. We have quite a few restaurants
Well,
here in
we
Grand
went to
Rapids.
the ANA International. They were able to display and serve us, the food that they serve at their restaurants, which was pretty amazing, I thought. But do they help each other, or are they pretty close knit, trying to help each other, or are they all like very competitive, trying to get? I know there's a my husband's at the credit union, so there's a competition, but they do work as a collaborative to succeed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. One of the things that I can say about our Latinx community is that they're very close and they are helping each other out to the extent that they have formed an alliance among themselves to make sure that they are, if one business needs something, they could actually help each other out. And it has been great to see that.
Well, do they have, is a lot of the young people that are part of these families that are starting this business, are they able to jump quickly on the social media platforms? That's a big part of what's happening today, even more with COVID, getting their products out there instead of just, word of mouth. I mean, what are you seeing on the marketing side?
Well, on the marketing side, they need a lot of help in that area, and that's something that we're working with the businesses just to make sure that they have that opportunity. And yes, they do have kids that are very technologically savvy, but they have their own life. They have their own things to do, to be honest with you. And we just need to make sure that we get the professional assistance that they need in order for them to move forward. And we're working on that.
Well, the social media platform is new, and now how are they? I know you mentioned, we brought up once earlier in the conversation about COVID. That's still always, how is that, and are they able to? What are they? Did you see anything new coming that they're trying to help them, or are they coming up with ideas themselves to get their product out there?
They're coming up with different ideas. They're using more Facebook, Instagram, different platforms. And the Chamber is doing a great job as well to make sure that we promote. We're starting a campaign called Buy Now, Spend Now.
Okay.
And we really want to emphasize that campaign and having people come in and support the Latinx businesses. So we want people to spend the money here and spend it with small businesses because they're the one that need the most help right now.
So when you market to that, are you marketing just in the community in which these restaurants are at, or you're actually, what's your delivery process? Because, that's basically what people are going to be looking for, especially in the winter.
Yes. One of the things that we're doing, we're working with MLive. And MLive is promoting a lot of our businesses.
Okay.
But for this new campaign right now, to buy local, we're still working on making sure that we get the right platform to really put that out there so everyone in the community could participate. It doesn't matter who you are. At the end of the day, I think we all have a responsibility to make sure that these small businesses stay open.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
and that's what we want to see.
What do you, at the Hispanic Chamber, what data are you keeping? I mean, how long it takes a restaurant to get off the ground? How long, what are the chances of them succeeding? What exactly are you guys putting tools together when they come into you? And it's like, do you know what I'm saying? Do you ever say, there's too many of those type of restaurants in this type of area, it's going to be a big struggle for you? What exactly is your role when they come in?
Well, one of the things that, my program, we work with businesses that have been established for more than 2 years. It
Okay.
cannot just be a brand new business.
Okay.
For the new businesses, we just provide them basic information because that's really not. We don't have a program for the brand new businesses, and hopefully we are working on putting a program together. But we collect the data in terms of where they're located, how many businesses we have, but and then it's up to them to make the decision if this is an area that they want to continue to do business in, or if they want to move it, if they want to go to a different location. It will definitely be up to them
Right.
to make that
Well,
decision.
you know, catering and all that kind of stuff used to be probably some of these people that was part of their business, and now with that, I mean, networking events, it's almost staggering what has been taken away. And some of them may even had a cleaning business. They came here, they wouldn't start a restaurant, they had a cleaning business, and now the hotels are not as in need of them. Are they coming to you saying, please help us? We don't know. You can't make people open up, right? I mean,
Yeah. And you know what? And that's one of the reasons why we're really trying to get them funding opportunities now, so that way they could actually stay open. Because as you know, if we have a stay-at-home order, the businesses cannot open.
Right.
But then you also have to be strategic as of what are you going to do, right? You cannot stay with your hands tied and say, okay, now my business is going to stay closed. So some of the things that our businesses are doing, they're doing delivery themselves. They are actually, they are.
Yeah,
It's
I would
it's
imagine they are.
You have to do whatever you have to
Yeah.
do. They're open longer hours. Sometimes, some of them are open the 7 days a week. We're promoting amongst our community. We have the Latina Network, which is an organization that I belong to, that we have over 700 professionals, and we are going to go ahead and help them promote the businesses as well. So we're doing our due diligence to make sure that the community is supporting. And a lot of the businesses, although they are closed, they're providing, they're able to sell, and they're doing like family meals. They come up they put a plan together to just promote and provide families family meals and things like that.
Okay.
So, and those were things that they were not doing before.
So you just pick up or they drop
you
it
just
off?
pick up and go, or you just
Really
pick up and go, or
nice.
they will just go ahead and deliver it. So right now I'm trying to do myself. I try not to cook at least 2 or 3 times a week, so that way I can support one of the businesses. So I'm kind of like, I'm happy.
I know you feel guilty if you order it, but a lot of them don't have drive up.
Yeah.
They don't have the facility. Maybe some
Some
do,
of them do,
but
some don't.
how is, those are the ones I'm driving down 28th Street, seeing the line across, because it is a drive up, right? I mean, how are you breaking that barrier on that?
And people are just coming up and they pack parking, and they'll
Curbside?
Yeah, pretty much curbside assistance. That's what they have to do, and they'll just come in, pick up their order, and then just go.
Now, what about how they are simplifying their menus? A lot of restaurants have done that. I was just at, I believe at Tommy Brand's, Brand Steakhouse, whatever, simplified. You can do, like the menu they show in front of you is very simplified, which I like. I don't like too much complication. I like 1, 2, or 3. I'm a very simple person with that. But other people are doing the same thing. They're kind of narrowing down. What is it? Have any of them decided to do it like that?
Absolutely. One of the reasons why they're doing it is because it's cost effective. It's cost effective just to reduce it. You don't want to have a lot of things in your menu, because then you have to have a much bigger inventory.
Yes.
And when you're talking about income reduction, if you're talking about business as a whole, those are some of the things that we talked about, and we encourage them to reduce whatever they have in the inventory, because it's imperative for them to do that.
Right, and I think that's a good idea, and I think people right now are even want it more simplified. Like I went to a restaurant and I said, I like looking at the on a picture, which is costly to have up on your thing, but I said, I'll take that. And I sat there, and he goes, okay, and he started asking me all this questions. I'm like,
No,
I'll
I'm
take
just take
that.
that. Yeah.
I don't want to know what's in it. It looks pretty good to me. I'll take whatever you put in it normally. I go, what does normal people put in that? And it was an Hispanic restaurant. And he goes, do you want? And he goes, you seasoned beef? Yes. And then I realized it was the restaurant that I had actually. It's kind of like a Subway setup, and go that way. And I'm just like, you know what? I like what you have in that picture. I don't care what it is. Just give me two of them to go. Like, on that one. So what else? Okay, you've been part of this chamber for how long?
2 years now.
And where do you come from?
The Dominican Republic. Well, I
Really?
was
So you came here?
born and raised in the Dominican Republic. Came here when I was around 17, 18, and then moved to Grand Rapids.
You moved to Grand. So what do
From
you
New
think?
York. From New York.
From New York. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. And
Yeah.
you enjoy living in West Michigan?
I love it here. It's quiet. It feels like home.
Okay, okay.
You know, not with the same necessities and needs that you have back home, but it does feel like home. It's better than New York. It's not as busy. It's not as congested. So
Yeah. Well, they have a lot of things going on there too. I wouldn't be able
Absolutely.
to win.
Yeah.
So with COVID, let's get back to that. Let's get back to the business owner. What exactly can you share with us some of the things they're experiencing? Because probably we're all experiencing the same thing. That they're coming to you. I know we shared a couple things, but is there anything that maybe we didn't share that they're experiencing? Like,
Absolutely. One of the biggest thing I think that this morning, it was 4 o'clock in the morning, believe it or not, and I was talking to one of our clients that she was texting me, thanking us for a couple things that we did for her. But it's their emotional stage right now.
I know.
The emotional stage. But we created a collaboration with Network 180, and they're able to get counseling just to help them out.
Yeah.
Because,
Stress.
yeah.
Well, they
there's a
work
lot
so
of-
hard for their business, especially a restaurant. You can't, like I said, back when in the lockdown, I went through a similar situation where I had no power. I couldn't like go out and get another job. And I think dread of seeing just empty buildings going down 28th Street. I don't know if they go down. Everybody just was like freaked out. And so I'm sure that they're kind of feeling the same way. What do we do?
Absolutely,
You
yeah,
know? It's not
absolutely.
like I can't hustle and get another job right now.
Exactly.
Right? And get through. I think that was probably feeling very powerless that I didn't have that option, that the
Yeah.
whole state was shut down.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I wanted to provide them some type of relief, assistance of some sort. So we created a partnership with Network 180, and now they're getting their additional counseling. They meet once a week. They have an opportunity to talk to a therapist and really get some coping skills
Okay.
that are necessary in order for you to know how to alleviate with this. Because some people, at times, they probably don't even feel like getting up. They feel like giving up.
Oh,
It's sad.
it is sad.
It's
Is
sad.
that okay? Good.
Yeah.
Well, not good.
Yeah.
But that's similar to some other
We
people.
just did one with the right place, and we were able to get 97 businesses to get that grant. It was a $10,000 grant. So we are
Just
pushing.
one they had applied for, or
We had 97 businesses that applied for the $10,000 grant.
Wow.
And we were able to get that. Right now, we're working with the city of Grand Rapids to get the grants out. And again, that's money that you don't have to pay back. And our goal is to get between 70 to 80 businesses to secure that grant opportunity. So if you're out there and you have that need, call us. We're located at 2007 South Division. We are physically close. Our office
I
is
was going
close.
to say, how was your training?
Yeah.
Because I went to a few of your trainings.
Yeah.
That you had a collaboration with Grow. If people don't know that organization, you can kind of share what they do. And I went there to learn, how to market in social media, and that was like, even though I do it, it's different doing it for fun, and you're doing it like post, as opposed to strategically having a plan
Exactly.
to put it in front of people that really will buy your services, right?
Absolutely.
But what do you do? Are you doing it just mostly some of your training online?
All of the
virtual?
training, all the trainings that we're putting together right now is virtual because we don't want to we want to make sure that if we get a shutdown between a training, it's not interrupted. So everything we're doing it through Zoom. That's the platform that we're using. We're making sure that it's very strict though. We're still following very strict policies and procedures to make sure that people log in, that they're on task, and we do whatever we need to do. Our office is closed.
How long has it been closed?
Since everything started, we closed
Really?
it down, but we working from home. All of us, we're working from home, and it's crazy because I feel like we're working more hours now than when we were at the office.
Because you never have at home, I'll do it. It never shuts off when it's at home. But let me tell you, I work from home.
Yeah.
It never shuts off, and I feel the same way. I felt like I walk away and I work all weekend on stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's there.
It's there. It's comfy. You get comfy. At least I put my socks on.
I do.
And then I just have my jacket.
Yeah. Right?
My pajama pants and then my jacket.
Yeah,
and
when you're at the Zoom calls, right? All right. Before we wrap this up, what do you have coming up in the future? Do you have anything besides your regular training? Is there something coming up in 2021? They should.
We have a Transformando program just created. We created a partnership with Bank of America. Bank of America made a huge donation to a program just to make sure that we could help our Latinx community.
Okay.
So we will have a 3 months training for the Latinx community. And I think that it's going to be a training. It's going to really be they're really going to be able to see results with this training. We have hired a marketing company to help us with that training. We have Bank of America support. We have other professionals that are going to come in and assist our business community. Wow. So we're really excited about that, what is happening right now. And I think that other organizations are going to continue to support our program. I just got support from Huntington Bank. I got support from Spectrum Health. I got support.
Are they coming to you, or you guys are on the hunt? Whoops, there's one way. I mean, I'm just kind of curious because we're out there. We're trying to help other companies too. Businesses.
Absolutely.
But are you guys on the hunt for those, or are they just kind of like we see the need? And we're going to give some to, your chamber and other,
Some of them are. They're coming to us, but some we are going out there too and putting a plea out there.
Right.
Because the need is big and we want to make sure that we provide the services to our community.
We want to survive this. We all want to survive. We want other people to survive. We know what it takes to start a business and start from the ground level and get so far and whatever. Okay, so let's look at how can they reach you? And what else can we do as a community to help?
Well, one of the things that you could do as a community to assist and help, I want you to buy local and spend local.
Can they go to your website to find out some of or just?
Yes, you could definitely go to our website, and or you could even call our office, 616-452-3960, 616-452-3960. If you have any questions or anything, or you could just go to the West Michigan Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and we have a lot of our information there as well.
Oh my goodness, okay. Yeah, it's amazing food. We had Anna International and trying all of the different Hispanics food there was just incredible. So that partnership, that event at venue 32 was beautiful, wasn't it?
It was amazing.
And you guys were, and I enjoyed the food, the dessert. So we had a really great time. So we're gonna, as soon as things open back up, we need to get back on to really seriously helping and getting out there and getting the word out of what's available, because people think sometimes tacos and and that's just the miss. There's so much out there to enjoy on the menu. All right, I want to thank you, Anna.
Thank you,
Jose, for being here.
Absolutely.
And we'd love to have you back. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we have down to our last minute?
Well, no, thank you so much for the invitation. I'm really happy to be here. Thank you for what you're doing in the community. So we truly appreciate it, and I hope that this continues.
Yeah, well, you know what? When you guys open back up, I'll be back knocking on your door and say,
that's right.
I need to grow my business too, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, we want to wish everyone a fabulous day. This is Pamela Keim, and we will see you next time on Grand Tap Media Business TV. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
All right.